Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'll wait for a few people to come. I'll stay here for about 30 seconds, inshallah, until people come, because I think most people who see this will probably be watching this later. So I'll start talking, and any of you guys who join, inshallah, we'll just catch up when you guys get here, inshallah. So yeah, let's wait a minute for people to come, because I told people on my Instagram and on my Facebook that I was going to go live as well. So yeah, so we'll wait a minute for some people to come. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Please let me know that you can hear me, by the way. Assalamu alaikum. Please let me know you can hear me. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Cool. Okay, I'm just going to give it a second, because there's a few things that I want to talk about, inshallah. Cool. Yeah, a few things I want to talk about, inshallah. We're going to just have a little conversation. We're only going to be here for about 10 minutes, inshallah. And if any of you guys have questions, wa alaikum assalam, brother in Bosnia. Wa alaikum assalam. Cool. Nice. Cool. Yeah, just a few things I want to talk over, inshallah. About this channel and about what we're going to be talking about. And if you guys have any questions in general, then that's cool as well. If you have any questions specifically about the Arabic in 60 Steps program, this would be an amazing time to ask, because I've only got one book left for that program. I'm ordering more this month, inshallah. And in fact, we're having a really, really beautiful new front cover designed for it. We have a sister from who's actually a student on the program. Shall I give you a sneak peek of what the front cover looks like? Maybe I'll give you a peek. But yeah, I'm having new books printed. So we will have more, but if any of you want to join the Arabic in 60 Steps program, and then if you were to join now and get the last book, then you'll get your book quicker, obviously. So I'll show you guys a really sneak peek into what the new front cover's like. Let's have a look. So I'm really happy with it. She's done such a good job, mashallah. So yeah, so the Arabic in 60 Steps workbooks are being, well, I'm getting another 60 printed, and yeah. So okay, let's get into it then, inshallah. فلنبدأ. Bismillah. Let's begin. So firstly, we kind of had a little bit of a scare a couple of months ago, because I said that I might be quitting this channel, because I've kind of, for a long time, I've wanted just to have everything in one place. Like a lot of you guys know that, you know, something else that I do is that I'm learning the Somali language. My wife's from Somalia originally, and I have this YouTube channel called Sam of Somalia, where I just document my process learning Somali. And a big part of it is also to kind of show my Arabic students that I'm still capable of learning another language. And it's also to kind of keep me empathetic to my students as well. You know, like when you make yourself a beginner, again, it's a really good practice for you to do as a teacher. Like it's really important to experience being a beginner again. It makes you a lot more empathetic for your students. So so I kind of considered just having everything on the Sam of Somalia channel, like all of the kind of personal vlog kind of stuff, chat kind of stuff that I do, talking about Muslim lifestyle stuff, all of the Somali language stuff, all of the Arabic language stuff on one channel. But that's worked horribly, because YouTube doesn't know where to put me. You know, because, you know, for those of you guys who don't know much about YouTube, YouTube will put your videos in the right places for people to see them, and it's really helpful for YouTube to know what kind of channel you are. You know, they need to know if you are a baking channel. They need to know if you are a you know, an Arabic language channel. It's important for them to know that. So it's not worked very well. So what we'll do is we'll go back to how it was before, because it was working quite nicely before, I think. So yeah, so this channel is not dead. Walillah alhamd. We're back, but I am considering changing the name of this channel. I am considering changing this channel to just the Arabic in 60 Steps channel, because the Arabic in 60 Steps program is the vast majority of what I do. Like we've had over 400 students enroll. I love the students on that program to pieces. Like I'd do anything for them. And if I were to change all of my Arabic with Sam stuff to just Arabic in 60 Steps stuff, it would really help to push that program forward and engage more students and stuff. So I'm very, very seriously considering that. This isn't an announcement that I'm going to do that. This is just making you guys, it's just kind of giving you guys a heads up. I don't want you to kind of wake up one morning and everything that was Arabic with Sam is now the Arabic in 60 Steps program. But so that's something I'm considering, right? So So it wouldn't be Arabic with Sam podcast. It wouldn't be Arabic with Sam YouTube channel. It'd be Arabic in 60 Steps podcast. It'd be the Arabic in 60 Steps YouTube channel. Um, yeah, we'd still continue to do the same kind of stuff. Like I'd still be doing all kinds of stuff for free, all kinds of little walkthroughs of poetry or walkthroughs of text and stuff like that. But that's something that I'm really considering too. Whilst we're on the topic of the Arabic in 60 Steps program, I have a couple of other updates. Number one is that so the Arabic in 60 Steps students now, if you log into your student portal, there'll be my phone number in there. That's I've taken a bit of a risk doing that because you know it's just not good business. Like to have people being able to contact you any time of any day, like it's just not good business, but it is really good teaching, and that's just what I need to prioritize for this program, inshallah. So now there's my WhatsApp number in there. So if students have any problems at all, you can literally contact my phone, right? So I implore students to use it sparingly, inshallah. But like I want it to be there so that no student ever joins the program and they think they're just going to be left out and abandoned on it, right? So yeah, so they've got my number. Yes, that's another update for the program as well. Another thing is we have partnered with a company called Arabic Workshop. Some of you guys might have seen my interview with the CEO of that company. His name's Ryan, and earlier on this channel we have it's on this channel as well, but it's also on the Sam of Somalia channel too. And I have like a 1 hour conversation with Ryan because Arabic Workshop is is a really really cool is a really really cool product. Just to answer your question, so there's a little question here about joining the Facebook group. So the Facebook group's not active. It's not part of the program anymore. It hasn't been for a few months now. But my phone number's been added now, right? Because before when we, like all of the students who joined sort of before, when would it have been? Might have been like September or something. We used to have a system where we had mentors for each of the students. We had a few really, really high level mentors. We had brother Ismail Beaumont from Maysor Arabic, sister Maymoon, who's a student from Syria, and we also had a graduate of the Arabic in 60 Steps program, Mohammed, and those guys were mentors for the students. But that kind of, and that's why we had the Facebook group, right? Because they were also on the Facebook group. They moderated the Facebook group, and they could kind of keep in touch with their mentees. But it worked out that we had loads of students who were joining loads of people who were joining who don't have Facebook, right? So they just couldn't make the most of their mentors. We also had the situation that mentors weren't keeping in touch with Facebook as much as they should have been. We also had the situation that it's very expensive for me, right? Like those guys are high level Arabic graduates and they deserve to be paid well, and it made the program a lot more expensive, right? But if we don't do that, and also like when a lot of the time when people join the Arabic in 60 Steps program, it's because they like my YouTube channel. Do you know what I mean? It's because they like my podcast or something. And so I think when you join it, you should get me, so my phone number's in there now. And students can message me for support. There was a little question about My Arabic World. It does look slow over there at the moment, doesn't it? But something will change with My Arabic World. It's just not been anywhere near as successful as I wanted it to be. Unfortunately, that's just the truth about it. Like, sometimes things don't go the way that we planned. Sometimes things just don't get the attention or the success that you ever wanted. But it's not abandoned though. It will absolutely not be abandoned. I'm just trying to think what is the best way to serve the people who are in there because, yeah, exactly. Like I want to make sure that they're given what they paid for, and and we do something that's right with them. I'm putting together a strategy at the moment, but it's 100%. Uqsimu billahi, it is not the case that I'm just abandoning it. Like it's not an abandoned project at all, right? Like, yeah, but I know you're the first citizen because I emailed you. I remember emailing the very, very first citizen of My Arabic World. So yeah, but it's not abandoned though. The students are absolutely not abandoned. Like, but it's just been slow. Do you know what I mean? And it's not been anywhere near as successful as I wanted it to be. Unfortunately, that's just something that we experience in life when we take risks and we try to start projects and stuff. Sometimes they don't go as well as we hoped. But we'll do something with it. Like it's definitely not abandoned. Yeah, because I was kind of a little bit ambitious that I wanted us to reach 300 members. We kind of had this promotion for 300 members, but we're nowhere near it. I wanted to send out free T-shirts for the first 300 members, and then we're nowhere near it. On the launch, do you know what I mean? So So it's just been a slow burner, and I just need to spend a little bit of time thinking about what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, but as I say, it's not abandoned though. Um, yes. What's next? So I was going to mention about Arabic Workshop actually. So for those of you who don't know what Arabic Workshop, I do have a 20-minute demo of the product. So if you're interested in it at all, go over and check that out. But essentially, what Arabic Workshop is a listening library. It's full of mainly audio lessons, listening lessons, accompanied by videos like whiteboard animations, and it's kind of a topic by topic complement to whatever Arabic language program you're doing. So if you're doing the Medina books, the Gateway books, the Al Arabiya Bayna Yadayk books, or the Arabic in 60 Steps program, that's my program, or whatever other program, right? You can kind of bolt on Arabic Workshop onto it, and it's a really amazing vocab builder. It's really, really amazing for building up the kind of topics you can talk about, and yeah, so I've kind of partnered up with them with the Arabic in 60 Steps program. We can get discounts for the students who are inside the Arabic in 60 Steps program to kind of bolt onto your studies. So it does something very different to the Arabic in 60 Steps program. It's not a course, it's not linear, you don't cover Arabic literature in it, you don't cover grammar in it as such. It's purely like scenario by scenario listening lessons, and yeah, it's just a really powerful bolt on onto whatever program that you're doing. So yeah, if you're a student on the Arabic in 60 Steps program, then you can get 20% off, right? I have a coupon code inside the members portal, you get 20% off. But for all of you guys who just watch the YouTube channel and the podcast, I'll give you 10% off. I'll leave a coupon. I'll tell you guys, the coupon code is Arabic with Sam 10, but use the link in the description below, inshallah, for Arabic Workshop. Yeah, so we've partnered up with them, which is really cool. And I'm trying to work on a partnership with a company called italki, who have they do all languages, but what we're interested in is the Arabic stuff. So they have Arabic speaking partners on there, and because we don't have a really strong speaking element in the Arabic in 60 Steps program, like we more care about having kind of a deep connection with the real roots and nuts and bolts of the language, so you can get a lot out of Arabic literature and out of the Quran and Hadith and Islamic texts and texts in general. Like the new kind of strapline with the Arabic in 60 Steps program is Arabic to enrich the soul. That's what the Arabic in 60 Steps program's for. So there isn't like a very, very big, well-accommodated speaking element, but italki can do that. So I'm in discussions with italki at the moment about getting a really good deal for getting speaking partners for students in the Arabic in 60 Steps program. italki used to be a sponsor of mine, and they used to sponsor me on the Sam of Somalia channel. So I have good ties with them, alhamdulillah. So those are the main things I want to talk about. I pray that you guys are very, very well. Hope you're having an absolutely amazing week. Hope you guys are going to have an absolutely awesome weekend, inshallah. If you have any questions, please do put them in the comments. I'll stick around for another couple of minutes. Yeah, I'll stick around for a few more minutes. See if I can help you guys out at all. If you have any su'al is mufrad. As'ila is the jam'a. You have one su'al or lots of as'ila, ask away, inshallah. Yeah, because that's all the stuff that I wanted to talk about right now. What's the difference between walakin and walakinna? Excellent. That's a really good question. So they mean the same thing, right? They both mean but, right? But there is a difference in how you use them. So walakin with a sukun on the end doesn't require any grammar change in the following word, right? Yeah, walakin yaf'alu ma yurid, but he does what he wants. But if you say walakinna, right, the walakinna has to be followed. If it's going to be followed by a verb, you need to have a pronoun in there. So I'll give you an example. You'd say walakinnahu yaf'alu ma yurid, but he does whatever he wants, right? You can't say walakinna yaf'alu ma yurid, right? I'm pretty sure you always need a pronoun in there. If you're going to follow it not with a verb, if you're going to follow it just with a noun, if you're going to follow it with just a noun like the girl, for example, you'd say ولكن البيت, ولكن البنت rather, not البيت, not the house. ولكن البنت, right? It makes the word that it governs mansub. ولكن. It's one of the sisters of inna. If you're on the Arabic in 60 Steps program, that's step 17, I believe. You'll do inna wa akhawatuha. You'll do inna, la'alla, ولكن, أن, yeah, words like that do that. So they either take a pronoun, a mansub pronoun, or they take an ism mansub after it. Or if they're going to have a verb afterwards, there needs to be a pronoun. Yeah. مثلا ولكنه يفعل ما يريد. I hope that helps. I hope that answers the question. Are there any more topics? We did talk about we did talk about My Arabic World earlier. We talked a little bit about that, but it's not abandoned. There is more coming, and I'm going to deal with it, inshallah. But it's a project of mine which qadarullah hasn't gone the way that I planned. But that's what happens to us when we, sometimes we try to start ventures or we try to create something, and sometimes it goes our way, sometimes it doesn't. There was a comment a second ago about that I look stressed. I mean, like, it's probably just because it's late and because the lighting's horrible here. I'm actually in Cornwall at the moment. I'm visiting my dad. I'm visiting my dad here in Cornwall, and yeah, I'm actually really relaxed, alhamdulillah. Like, down here in Cornwall, life is so good down here. Life is so good down here, alhamdulillah. We live such a simple, easy life here. We've got little log burning fire, open fire, alhamdulillah. We've got beautiful views. Yeah, so we had some cool questions. But yeah, jazakallah khair for your dua though, because because I don't feel stressed, alhamdulillah, but there is a lot going on. I do have 2 little boys who are trouble. Anyway, so can you do more Arabic poetry videos? Yes, I can. I would absolutely love to do more Arabic poetry. Got more of that coming, inshallah. Where are you from ethnically, and how did you learn Arabic? What inspired you to learn? So I am white English, and in fact, all of my family are white English as far back as I know. So yeah, we are talking like 10, 20 generations of just white English, boring old white people. You look stressed. Yeah, we saw that comment. Oh, well, walillah alhamd. Oh, I went out of focus then. How long do you think it would take to complete the Arabic in 60 Steps program? So, some students complete it in 6 months. Some take as long as 18 months, but you get lifetime access to it. So even if you do the first 30 steps, and then, because look, like, as I say, we've had over 400 students enroll in that program now. So I've seen how a lot of students behave on that program. And like, in reality, how learning Arabic works is like this. You join the program, you've parted with a bit of your money, you've invested in it, so you're invested, you're enthusiastic, and you're motivated. You want to get a lot for your money, right? So you're enthusiastic for a week or two, right? And maybe you're really quick for the first week or two, right? Maybe you do 15 of the steps or something crazy like that, right? And then you go back to work, or then you have a bad night's sleep and the next day's a write-off, or something happens to interrupt your consistency, right? And then you don't do it for a little while. So it's really hard to answer the question about that. And then maybe you just don't log in for a few months, and then you come back and you realize that Sam's added a load more resources, and you've got his personal phone number in there now. My personal phone number's in the portal for the students, by the way, now. So that's a massive asset. So then you get back into it, you send me a message, I say, what you been up to, what can I help with, and and then you get back on it. So like, it's really hard to like ideally I would say to students, do 2 steps a week and just complete it like that. Do 2 steps a week and complete it in 30 weeks. That would be my best advice, but unfortunately it doesn't really work like that. But I mean, the only short answer that I have for that question normally is I say between 6 and 18 months. That's the short answer, but it's not necessarily the most accurate. So I can't quite see that. I don't know if it's that I've got bad eyesight. Well, we're gonna go. Let me go close into it, so I can see. I can look right at the question. I'm really struggling with this one. So there's a well with a fathatain on the top. It would just be when, right? But you wouldn't have it like that. You'd have an elif on the end. Yeah. Timothy Franklin, I missed you too, bro. I miss you big time. Mcgregor or Cerrone? Cerrone by decision or by submission in a later round. I just don't believe Mcgregor has the power to knock out a welterweight. We've never seen it. We've only seen him We've only seen him knock out dried up featherweights. I'm not a hater, but that's if you want an official prediction from me. Um, um, yeah. Um, I've joined My Arabic World, and I'm not really active on it. Message me, inshallah, if you have any problems with that. But we have talked a little bit about My Arabic World on here. Oh, you're talking about the letter qaf. So yeah, that makes more sense because that's often a difficult one. So qaf. Often people kind of say that it's like a k from further back, right? But um I don't know if that's good enough really. Like think about kind of as far back in your throat, like when you swallow. Okay, when you swallow, think about where your throat touches, right? And at about that place is where you just need to touch in your throat. Qaf, qaf, wal Qur'an al Majid. So hey, how are you? I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Um, oh yeah, if you're more interested in using Arabic like in everyday use, I advise getting a speaking partner. Like if that's the main thing that you're interested in, get a speaking partner with italki, inshallah. That's what I'd most recommend. You know, like on the Arabic in 60 Steps program, what we really care about is, as I say, like our new strapline for the Arabic in 60 Steps program is Arabic to enrich the soul. Like we want people to sit with Arabic books and get a meaningful and deep relationship with books and with Islamic scripture and stuff like that, and to really understand the roots and the nuts and bolts of the Arabic language. That's what we most really care about. Like if you do just want to be a really fluent speaker of the Arabic language, the stuff that we teach won't hurt you. Like it won't hurt any student, right? But it's just if your main objective was to go to Egypt and chat in Egyptian Arabic with someone in a shisha cafe, the Arabic in 60 Steps program is a longer way round to it, I guess. It's in my opinion, a more enriching way round to it, but it's a longer way round. What do we got here? Um, what would you say the Arabic in 60 Steps program is equivalent to? That's a really good question. That is a really good question because it's hard to. It's a really good question, and I'm not going to be able to answer it, but I am going to be able to dance around it a bit. So let me beat around the bush for a while. I'd say, like, because it's just so different. Like, but people are, because Al-Ajurumiyya, it's hard to compare it to my program because it's just a book. Like, but the Arabic in 60 Steps program isn't. Like, the Arabic in 60 Steps program is a library of bonus principles, bonus translations, videos, audios you can download, and you get to keep it for life. And it's 20 hours of video course in multiple different formats to accommodate different learning styles and stuff. Like it's really different. Like it's really hard to it's definitely really hard to compare the learning experience because I'd say it's no competition actually. Like I don't know another Arabic course in the world that has the learning experience that the Arabic in 60 Steps program does, in my opinion, right? And if there is, I'll buy that course immediately and I'll learn everything that they have, right? Because I really care about the student learning experience. I care about students having a smooth accumulative process through the lessons, and I care about students feeling fulfilled after each lesson and moving at a pace that is stimulating for them and stuff. So so that's me beating around the bush of that question because it's hard to answer how it compares to other courses. Um, yeah, so sorry that I can't really answer that question, but I've talked around it a little bit. Um, okay, so okay, another question from Timothy. Timothy's a very loyal and really good student, mashallah. So yeah, I mean, I kind of recommend maybe two a week, but what's much more important than that is your own consistency. Do you know what I mean? Like if a student starts and thinks, "Oh, Sam said two a week," and then you try to do two a week and it's too much for you, and then you get disheartened by it. Like the most important thing is that you finish the program and you actually use it, right? Like there's another question coming up, but an answer to the later question is like the only course that matters is the course you're actually going to use and finish, right? Like one of the main reasons for this YouTube channel, one of the main reasons for my podcast is because if people know their teacher well, they are more likely to finish the course. So I want my students to know me well, right? You have hours and hours of my videos that you can watch for free, and you come to feel like you know me a little bit more. You can ask me questions in our live videos and stuff, and because of that, people finish my course. You know, they find me as a teacher more approachable and stuff, and that's a big part of it. It costs me hours and it costs me loads of money to do it, but like, you know, that's what matters. You know, the only thing that matters is that you finish the course. So that is Sajid, salam brother. Oh, it's Sarah, right? Okay. Yeah, from Slough, mashallah. This sister, mashallah, very very on it. She's been messaging me on Facebook. Sister Sarah, if you want to get in touch with me anymore, you're much more likely to get in touch with me by my WhatsApp. I've put my WhatsApp number inside the students portal, so you're all free to message me whenever. Yeah, because Sarah, mashallah, she's very active, and I remember in the early steps she was messaging me a lot, asking me questions and helping me with stuff. So um, cool. Would you recommend the Medina course? Yes, if you're going to use it. Like if you hold the Medina books and you enjoy flicking through them and you feel like you can really get into it and you can really be dedicated to them, then yes, you should do them. If they are what are going to get you to your goal better than the Arabic in 60 Steps program, you should not do the Arabic in 60 Steps program, and you should do the Medina book program, right? Like that's what matters more. Do you know what I mean? It's that you're actually going to finish it. Like the reason why I believe that the Arabic in 60 Steps program is one of the best in the world is because like you'll actually use it, right? Like people consume as a format. People consume video more than they read books. People consume audio more than they read books. People will do little PDF printouts more than they'll read books. People will get the Arabic in 60 Steps workbook in their hands and they'll flick through it because it's a big, chunky, nice book you can put on your desk and it's spiral bound so you can lay it flat. And people will do that more than they'll just flick through the Medina books, right? Like that's why I would say that my program's more efficient than them. I'm not more qualified than the people who wrote them, right? Like more students have gone through the Medina book program. Like the Medina book program has produced people who are now scholars of Islam, people who are like the world's leading Arabic grammarians, right? But most people aren't them, right? Most people have a job, and most people have kids at home, and most people have to commute to work for an hour a day, and most people only have a few hours here and there to learn Arabic. So it's more efficient to do a program like mine that packages in a way that's convenient for you videos and audios and little printable bonus things and little printable bonus translation exercises you can do and a workbook that I'll send to you in the post and so it's really hard to compare them, I guess. But anyway, I think I can't even remember what the question was. I think I just went on a rant. But so yeah, so the question was, would you recommend the Medina course? Yes, if you finish it, it works. They all work. They all work. Um, oh yeah, that's a good point, Timothy. So yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you. Those last seminars, like the last 9 of the 60 steps, are just literature seminars. And we go into poetry by Al Mutanabbi, we go into poetry by Nizar Qabbani, we even do some poetry by Hassan ibn Thabit, who was the Prophet's poet, yeah, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We do some poetry by Al Khansa, I believe, who's another woman who was around during the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and yes, we do some absolutely beautiful poetry. At the end, my favourite lesson is that we leave the best till last. My favourite one is the travel writings, because yeah, there's some beautiful literature that we read in Arabic at that point. It's really cool. Like it's stuff that I learned on my degree, and it's stuff that I had to go to Palestine to learn. But I've just packaged it so that people all over the world can learn it, and those are things I'm really excited about. Like I've had students who are quite advanced, who are probably past sort of the first sort of 40 or 50 steps, and I've had them write to me and say, look, can you just sell me the last like 9 steps? I don't do that, by the way, but yeah, we cover some such exciting stuff in those last lessons that it's well worth working for, well worth working for. I think it's maybe 16 like really iconic Arabic texts, and we go into the real linguistic differences between how Allah revealed the Quran in Mecca versus Medina. We go into the real eloquence of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the ahadith. Like the same way that when you listen to somebody a lot, you kind of pick up their habits. Like I have speaking habits that you've probably picked up in this video already. I say things like and I've got lots of like things that are like a professional actor or a professional TV presenter would look at my speaking and think it's horrible because I've probably got loads of clicks in my speech and I've got loads of like speaking habits and stuff. And the same way we learn about the speech of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Like when you read enough hadith, you kind of learn you learn his tone and you learn his speaking habits and his speaking patterns and stuff. It's really beautiful. You really get to learn about his eloquence, but not in like a poetic sense, but in a sense of real wisdom for the point that he's trying to convey. So we do a few hadith and stuff like that. It's really beautiful. Um, okay, cool, cool, cool. Is it normal for English people to struggle with the sound of some of the Arabic alphabet? Yes, it is very, very common. The older students get, the harder it is normally. But yes, it is. There are some very typical, um, yeah. Oh wait, oh dear. Yes, it's very typical for English speakers to struggle with that, of course. With, yeah. Alhamdulillah, like Allah has made some things easy for me. Do you know what I mean? Has facilitated it for me. I'm not like a languages person naturally. Like at school, I wasn't allowed to learn a language because I wasn't good enough at French. I wasn't allowed to do any qualifications in any languages when I was at school, and I'm naturally just not a languages person. But the first time I heard the Quran, like I found myself just dedicated to wanting to be able to make these sounds. Yeah, and I knew it was going to change my life when I first heard the Quran. It was actually in this house, not in this room. My old bedroom is sort of across the hall. Um, yeah, it's literally across the hall from there is the bedroom where I was sitting when I was doing my homework when I first time I ever heard the Quran. Um, Jazakallah khair, sister. That's a very nice comment. So, 60 steps is very easy for busy people to do. I've done Medina books which are excellent, but requires a lot of time to complete. Um, so if you're short with time, then Sam's course is good. Jazakallah khair for that. I really appreciate that. I might even screenshot that and use it as a testimonial if you don't mind. Um, Yeah, that's a really good question. So the question is, how do you get accustomed to reading books? I assume in Arabic, and the brother is asking the question. The username is H Hussein, so I'm assuming it's a brother, but it might not be. So please forgive me if you're a sister. Um, but yeah, so the question says that I always have to translate it in my head after every sentence. So that's yeah, that's tough. Like just but you need to really care about sitting with these Arabic authors and listening to them, because, I kind of intuitively knew from quite early in my studies that you need to develop the skill of reading in Arabic, understanding in Arabic, and then answering in Arabic. If there's ever any kind of, um, if you need to have a process ever of translating into English and back, it's just going to be too slow. Like as a beginner, you will do it naturally, right? And generally, the older you are when you start learning a language, um, the harder it will be to get over that hurdle. It's never impossible, but yeah, but that is just the case. I mean, it's yeah, it's good practice to just to try to get used to when you read something in Arabic, interact with it in Arabic to some degree. That really helped me. So say I'm reading an article about Libya or something that's going on at the moment in Libya, maybe. I'll try to write like a response to the editor or something. I'll just try to write something that engages with it. That really helps you to kind of build Arabic to Arabic comprehension. Something else that you might want to do is go onto this YouTube channel, the Arabic with Sam channel, and search a video about thinking in Arabic. It's an episode of the Arabic with Sam podcast. It might be episode 34 off the top of my head, but I don't know. Search just thinking in Arabic, and that will help you as well because yeah, I do a whole episode on how to think in Arabic and what it actually means because a student of mine asked me how to think in Arabic, and really, I kind of Yeah, I kind of talk about how it's a silly question in some ways as well. I didn't mean to offend the questioner, but in some ways, I criticize the question itself. But that will answer your question in a lot more detail, inshallah. That will, because I really talk about how to think in Arabic, and that's sounds like what you're talking about. Cool. Okay, that seems like it's all the questions. I've been here for way longer than I thought I was going to be, so we are just going to finish this video with two things. Number one, there is only one workbook left for the Arabic in 60 Steps program. If you want it and you want a place on the program, you need to join tonight, really. Or to be honest, I'm even hesitating saying it because it might have gone now. If you go onto the website, or just message me before you join, because I've already put a notice on the payment page that that all the books are gone, but that's not true. There's one left, right? So I'll need to check it now actually to see if it has gone. But yeah, because as I said, there's only one book left. There are going to be more books because I'm having a graphic designer do a new book for us, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, no, it's not gone yet. It's not gone. So if any of you want to join the Arabic in 60 Steps program, then yeah, you need to get in as soon as possible if you want that last book. Yeah, and I think for those of you guys who have joined late, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into the new front cover. Um, um, yeah, I'm going to give you a little sneak to the new front cover, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, so I'm really excited about the new front cover. I'm getting new covers done for the workbook. Yeah. Anyways, so there was another question. Let's have a look. Um, Jundullah, nice name, Jundullah. So Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Initially tried to avoid the written side of the Arabic language, but it really isn't that hard. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. In fact, I've always found that the speaking part is harder, even though I'm much more of a speaker than a reader and a writer. Like I've mentioned on this channel before, I'm quite severely dyslexic, and I've always struggled with reading and writing in English, let alone in Arabic. But in Arabic, because there are a lot of rules, but they are kind of finite. And when you learn them, you've learned them, right? Like the Arabic language, even though it's vast, it's really well codified. Like there's no lack of understanding of each of the rules and stuff like that. And once you learn them, you've learned them. You know what I mean? Like you labor over the learning of them, but once you've learnt them, they're with you for life, and you just get to enjoy Arabic after that. So there was a question as well. I believe it was from our friend Timothy. Will the podcast start back up on Spotify again? Yes, it will. Yes, all the content that I'm going to be bringing out is going to be on all the different podcast platforms, but I assume you listen on Spotify. But whether you listen on Stitcher or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or any of the platforms, and Spotify is definitely one of them. Spotify is my best performer, so big shout out to you guys over there. So the one thing I was going to say, yeah, is obviously there's only one book left, the Arabic in 60 Steps program right now. So please go and get your hands on it if you want it, if you want to join the program. Next thing is what kind of videos are yeah, what videos are going to be coming out. So I have 3 different things planned. So for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Fridays, we're going to be doing some kind of walkthrough, right? It might be something from poetry. It's kind of similar to the Arabic phrase of the day that we were doing, but it's not necessarily like a spoken phrase. It'll be something from poetry or from a book or from a novel, or it might be a proverb or something like that. So that's what we're going to do on Fridays. On Saturdays, we're going to do kind of topic-based stuff. So our first topic, I believe, is the desert. So we'll learn about a load of, words that are typically used in Arabic literature for the desert, and loads of important words like different stuff that grows in the desert culture and stuff like that. So we'll do, as I say, Friday, we'll do some kind of text walkthrough. On Saturday, we'll do some kind of topic. And then on Sunday, we'll do the podcast. Then Sunday we'll do the podcast. Or the podcast might come out on Monday, because it always used to come out on Monday. But yeah, Sunday or Monday it'll come out. So we've got stuff coming out on this channel on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, here on the Arabic with Sam channel. Last thing, I will just give a shout out to the sponsors actually. They're not sponsoring this video, but Arabic Workshop are sponsoring the channel, and they are also partners of mine on with the Arabic in 60 Steps program as well. But yeah, they have an awesome product. Please go and check out the demo, inshallah. They're a really, really cool company. They are the world's first Arabic language listening library. They have over 150 lessons in there now, and it's very, very cheap to join. And in fact, it's even cheaper to join if you're watching this video, because you can use coupon code ArabicWithSam10 at checkout and get 10% off. Or if you're a student on the Arabic in 60 Steps program, you can use coupon code, it's a secret, because you need to be on the Arabic in 60 Steps program to use it. But if you are on the Arabic in 60 Steps program and you want to use, if you want to use that coupon and get 20% off, go into the student portal and you can scroll down. So there's a section for Arabic Workshop. You get 20% off. Let's have a look. Some of the questions. So yeah, there's one more question. So, would you say reading and writing is easier than speaking? So I've got two answers for that. Number one, as an opinion, yes. As an opinion of mine, yes. But number two, on a purely factual note, languages, although it is kind of preference, some people do just enjoy, people who are more extroverted, they do just enjoy speaking and listening more with people, and people who are more introverted like myself prefer to kind of sit with a book or hide behind a camera like I do, and you know, read and write. But you'll notice that with all of like the official examining boards for the Arabic language, like the GCSE, I used to work with the Arabic GCSE, and with the A levels as well, they'll kind of there'll be more weight for active skills, right? So speaking and writing are more highly weighted because they're harder, right? Like when you're the one who actively has to produce the vocabulary and piece it together, it is much harder, right? So there is kind of a hierarchy of skills, right? To do with passive or active, and to do with speed, right? So speed are things that are written down, okay? They're slower if they're written down, they're faster if they're in the spoken realm, and they're easier if they're passive and harder if they're active, right? So the skill that is both passive and written, which is reading, is the easiest skill, right? The one which is active but it's still written down, so you can still do it slower, is writing, right? The skill that is passive but it's in the speaking world is listening, so it's a bit easier. But then the one that's the hardest, because it is both active and it's both fast because it's in the spoken world, is speaking is the hardest skill. So there is opinion that comes into that. Some people are just really good speakers, like, even I remember when I did A-level Spanish, like my speaking grades were way higher than all my other skills, but it's just because I had enough vocabulary to convey my points, so I just reel it off, so sometimes there is personal preference, but but there are some just facts about what makes for the majority of people something much easier or much harder. And there is kind of the hierarchy that I just mentioned. Let's end it there, guys, inshallah. I think we've been here long enough. But thank you all very much for joining me of this lovely Thursday evening. So now it's obviously Jum'ah as well, so may Allah accept your du'as. May Allah give you guys a blessed Jum'ah. May Allah accept it from you guys. Make sure, especially for the brothers among you, make sure that you are make sure that you're getting ready for Jum'ah nice and early. Make sure you turn up before the khutbah starts. And that's it. Over and out. If you have any other questions, just DM me on Instagram or put it in the comments here or whatever. And keep in touch. Those of you on the Arabic in 60 Steps program, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys for the sake of Allah. All of you other guys on the YouTube channel and the podcast stuff I do as well, obviously. But those of you who do the Arabic in 60 Steps program, I want a special thank you to you guys, because indirectly, you feed my children and you take care of me and you allow me to do the stuff that's reaching so many Arabic students in the world. So I deeply, deeply appreciate you guys. So let's end it now, inshallah. Let me try to figure out how I even end this video, because I can't even see an obvious place where I even end it. But anyway, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.